example, an honest, requited, passionate love, is really the death of individuality, why would anyone want it? What I want to know is this: can the American story have an ending that's both honest and happy? Can we ditch the venerable idea that life is meaningless without tragedy, that every one of us has a choice between numbed-out conformity or noble suffering, with no option to check the box marked other? Or are the doom-mongers right? I say there's hope, and I don't just mean early Mark Twain. Look for the subversive plot twist, the wink at the bottom of the page, the sly, stubborn sidestepping of doom. I want to write about what Washington Irving implies about happiness, and Thoreau and Whitman, Eaton and Welty, Paley, Bambara, even Vonnegut. There's a trail of breadcrumbs to follow. There are American writers who dare venture into the treacherous waters of fulfillment. Most of them do it stealthily, as though it's imperative not to get caught talking about joy. I'm saving this, of course, for my post-tenure book. I'm not naive. Talking about happiness is career suicide. I'd be accused of championing pap, of responding to a book not as a critic, whose role is to dissect, but from my kishkas. Add to my crime the sin of trespassing the boundaries of several specialties. Academics today aren't supposed to address overarching concepts. We're supposed to locate within context, place within tradition, and say as little as possible along the way about the original texts. One is not to cut a skylight in the intellectual house. One is to rearrange a few sticks of furniture in the basement. Do more, and you're accused of trying to be a public intellectual. When I first understood how mincing the academic conversation could be, how capable of silencing a novel's heartbeat, I nearly turned tail. For 3 weeks, I sat in a graduate school seminar on Moby Dick. No one mentioned the whale. I circled job listings. But I didn't leave school. I became, somehow, more determined to become a professor, a tenured one, able to forge my own path. I learned, when the occasion absolutely demanded it, to keep my own counsel, to stay mum about the leviathan lurking beneath the refracting surface of every line. I eventually developed a grudging respect for the basic academic vocabulary. It may be pretentious, but it serves a function. It's the antiseptic garb a surgeon dons before she cuts, for the life-and-death drama of the operating room demands that she be utterly dispassionate, her keen eyes and masked face inspiring our trust in the sureness of her hands, their innocence of the germs of easy emotionality. Still, upon accepting my faculty appointment, I made a private vow never to say simulacrum if cheap imitation will suffice. Never to decry the dumbing down of American culture while smarting up my own ideas with showy verbiage. Never to say debate of quality when I mean argument, or hedge with it might be said when what I mean is I believe. Each morning I wake to the blandishments of my clock radio, set to a pop station I'd never tolerate in anything but semi-consciousness. I dress, stuff my briefcase with the papers stacked on my bedside table, and walk 20 blocks to the building the English department shares with classics, sociology, and, improbably, architecture. This is home. Its peculiar scrollwork and mustard yellow facade a thumb in the eye of the stately street. Its narrow elevator jammed with both faculty and students, mocking the professorial discomfort with intimacy. Anticipating the elevator's closing doors, I quick-step into the building, but not before I'm handed a flash of myself in the half-dome security mirror over the door. A somewhat lanky figure in muted professional attire, pale curls restrained in a ponytail, an unadorned, up-peering face that startles me with its gameness. I sit among books all day, lecture from them, underline their pages emphatically. Between classes, I comb the library for a spark of insight left buried in the stacks by a thinker I'll never meet.